So it's a bizarre feeling where you start the day anticipating to get the worst phone call that you will in your lifetime, and then feel disappointed when you do not get that phone call, which is a very, complex thing to process. We flagged to the U.S. negotiators as well as to the Israeli ones when it comes to the last segment of hostages that it will be difficult to get them because the agreement speaks in the language of best effort, and there are no sanctions implied or deadline when speaking about the return of the last hostages, including two U.S. citizens. And we see Hamas getting funny and doing what it can to maybe improve some of the things that were agreed upon. Yesterday, they provided three hostages, but four hostages. One incorrectly is not a hostage, and the three others, they did not even give any indication who are those that they are providing, which is also against what was agreed upon, which is just adding on the psychological terror and what you could do to a family that does not even have an idea of who that is and needs to wait until that hostage is returned and analyzed and identified exactly who he is. They have exact notes, who and where those hostages are, and they decided that they would not provide any indication from their side who are the hostages that they are retrieving. So yes, of course, it is done on purpose. I think that the only thing you can predict about the Middle East is that it is unpredictable, meaning that there's just a small incident that could happen, a miscalculation, and this whole chapter of hostages coming out could be put on hold. And therefore, the urgency for the Israelis, the US, and the other mediators to do whatever is possible to bring out all of the remaining hostages in Gaza. Very difficult, you can imagine. I think as a US citizen, I had expectations that, at least in this segment, the last remaining US hostages would come out. And maybe the call is to the United States president. President Trump maybe needs to make a phone call to the Qatari Emir and demand his citizens come out now and not wait for whenever they might come out.